Hi, and welcome to episode 23 of Wibbly Wobbly Geeky Weekly Podcast. I'm Joe.
And I'm Dave. And this is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yes. Where's Johnny Depp and why isn't he being hit in the face by Freddy Krueger?
That was a very nice death.
Yes. So what's going on?
Not too much. You just got very blurry.
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
That better?
There you go. Now you.
I don't know how that fixed anything, considering all I did was just click the mouse.
Well, it worked.
So how have you
I've not been up to anything, really.
No, why not?
Because I have nothing better to do at the moment. See, I'm at a crossroads right now. I'm looking for a job, but I can't actually find a job until after I get back from your brother's, which isn't going to be till the beginning of November.
Well, I managed to find a round-trip plane ticket for $400.
Great. Everybody's taking a plane but me. That's how friggin' broke I am.
Trust me, if I had a choice, it would be the train. But considering that's $100 more, and I can't do the bus, I'll just kill everybody. So, God damn it. Drama mean, here I come. Anyway, yeah, nothing's been going on here either. Just trying to scramble to see if I can get some halfway decent clothes to wear to the wedding. Thankfully, I have over a month.
I also heard you've been playing with the 6-stick.
Shut up. Just because I wanted to play the home version of The Exorcist doesn't mean anything. My God, it's on the ceiling and the walls. No, it wasn't quite that bad, but oof, it was bad. But
I've never gotten sick that bad. I've always made it somewhere, so it wasn't messy.
Yeah, oh no, I made it into the bathroom.
You just mistook the wall for the toilet.
I still made it into the bathroom. But anyway.
And then he said, thank you, toilet bowl. Thank you for being cool on the side.
We'll not discuss that anymore because the one viewer who never comments will run away.
It's only George.
So, should we talk about some news?
Oh, yeah, news.
Yeah. You want to talk about the sad stuff first, or kind of get that out of the way?
Okay. You get to go first, though.
Yeah, okay. Sadly, actor Henry Pollock II died at the age of 68. He's best known for his roles on Webster and for me and Dave as the original voice of the Scarecrow. And all of a sudden it tells me that my screen can't display that story anymore.
Well, he also worked on a small project with Mel Brooks that, I forgot the name of it. You have the story up, which actually led into Mel Brooks' Robin Hood Men in Tights.
When things were rotten.
It was actually a precursor or a build. Not. It happened because of.
Yes, it's
the TV show.
Right, the show is called When Things Were Rotten. And he basically played his version of Robin Hood.
Yeah, Ralph Garman this week called that movie a piece of shit.
Which movie?
Men in Tights.
I suddenly don't like Ralph Garman anymore.
Yeah, you should have heard the audience reaction on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. But he said a couple other things that were really creepy before everybody, thought, they didn't give it a second blink. But when he said Men in Tights sucks, everybody jumped on him.
Including Kevin, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Kevin was too high.
But, yeah, sadly it turns out he had been suffering from cancer for a while and just finally succumbed.
Yeah, he's the second Batman the Animated Series voice actor in as many weeks to leave us.
Yeah, well, this moron scared the hell out of me and maybe thought it was Jeffrey Combs. You know, never mind taking over as the voice for the Scarecrow, but it was also the voice of Ratchet and Transformers Prime, and was Wayun on Star Trek DS9, and he was the Andorian
Question.
captain on Star Trek Enterprise, and was the
Question.
Reanimator, and was Dr. Mordred for Full Moon Entertainment. Yes,
What? I was just listening to you rant.
I said yes like 5 minutes ago. What do you want?
Are you through?
What? Yes, I've been through for a while. I was waiting for you.
Okay. Our next bit of sad news comes at the expense of a former child star, actually. Here it is. Lee Thompson Young, best known for two roles. He was on Disney Channel's Famous Jet Jackson, and he played Cyborg on what do you call it? Smallville. He showed up in several, but most recently he's been on a TV show on TNT with called Rosalian Isles.
It's the new cop drama on there, isn't it?
Actually, not. I think it's into its second or third season.
Yeah. But again, I was very surprised to hear this.
Especially since it's presumed to be a suicide.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at the story. Here we go. This is as Young's body was discovered with a gunshot wound that appears to be self-inflicted. Apparently he must have been sadly suffering from some sort of depression and just wasn't getting the help that he needed, which is horrible. Again, I don't know what to say about either of these guys. It's just he died. Both of them died too young.
But I'm not trying to come off as uncaring, but that's a lot of superstars or celebrities go through that type of depression.
Right, and some of them get the help that they need, and some of them don't. Look at Amanda Bynes. Look at everything she's done. As much as people have laughed at her, we've laughed at her. She's in there getting the help that she needs. Apparently, Lindsay Lohan looks like maybe the help that she's been getting this last time might be starting to stick. I hope it is, because again, they're both very talented, but they need to get their shit together. And sadly, he, like I said, just wasn't getting the help he needed, apparently, and just yeah, I truly don't even know what to say. I really don't. But anyway, we will move on to a little bit happier news here. We are going to talk about, as soon as it comes up, I'm sorry, I'm trying to stall.
Fine, I'll go next.
We'll talk about the J.J. Abrams rumor.
Oh, okay.
The Star Wars Episode 7. Is it possible that it's set for a 2015 release date? According to multiple sources, Disney and Lucasfilm are planning to release the highly anticipated 7th installment of the Star Wars franchise in mid-December 2015. This is brought to us by comicbookmovies.com, by the way. Hit the jump for further details, blah, blah, blah. 2015 is an extremely busy year for movies, with high-profile releases such as The Avengers, Age of Ultron, and the supposed Batman Superman being the highlights for the extremely busy summer. What? I said supposed. How many times have they announced that movie, even at Comic-Con? Yeah.
Yeah, but the only thing that sucks about that is they're seriously considering Orlando Bloom. Because they were talking about it I was listening to Hollywood Babylon today, and they were, as part of their geek news, and they were talking. Oh man, I'm just.
Yeah. Well, according to Badass Digest, they want to know where does episode 7 fit into the crowded months at the box office. It doesn't. According to Badass Digest, it will instead open, as we said, in mid-December. Multiple sources have told me that right now Disney and Lucasfilm have December circled on all of their calendars, with a mid-month release, the 15th being most likely. That would take Star Wars out of the crowded summer and, more importantly, give J.J. Abrams and company a couple of more months to work on a movie that's already running a tighter schedule than most of the other Star Wars films. They go on to speculate that the movie could be pushed even closer to the holiday season if Abrams needs the time. How much closer could you put it? You only got a couple of weeks before Christmas at that point as it is. Think about it. We can move it closer. It's a whole week. You're really
I don't think a Christmas release of that movie would be so good. Because that'll give me flashbacks to the holiday special.
There's your double feature.
With Les Jefferson's Starship?
God, I need that podcast. I can't find it anywhere. Damn, whoever made Pendant take those down. I hate you. But yeah, so what do you? So you're not a fan of the idea of it possibly opening around Christmas?
You know what? I they do a better job, doing a different holiday weekend, like opening on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You've got 2 solid days of movies before Black Friday when people go shopping. And when the other, some people go shopping, a lot more will go to the movies to avoid the crowds.
Right, but Christmas, you've got a little more time off from work. Let's face it, the Star Wars franchise is pretty much a family-oriented franchise. So you get a couple of days when the kids are off from school and want to go see it, or a couple of weeks when the kids are off from school and want to go see it. Which is going to make you more money?
Depends on how many times you see it.
Like I said, it all comes down to the parents wanting to take their children and having the time to be able to. So, I agree with you. Thanksgiving wouldn't be a bad time, but it definitely wouldn't be the best time. I mean, come on. I think little Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber agrees with me.
Shut up. Talk about the same guy who put it up to his eyes first time he got him.
And you go ahead with your next story, sir.
Not really a sci-fi story, but a cool story nonetheless. Adrian Brody is set to star in History Channel's upcoming miniseries as Houdini, the world's greatest escape artist. A magician. Everybody loves Houdini. I don't know about you. You don't have that heart of whimsy, I don't think. I just don't do magic tricks. Or illusions, I should say. That's half.
I really don't know anything about Houdini, to be honest with you. I know he was a master magician. I know he did a lot of escapes. It's actually very cool. But for the most part, yeah, that's.
And I hear the working title is "You Will Be Mind Freaked."
No. Okay. Yeah, I really don't have an opinion on that story. I'm sorry. I just.
Oh, fine. You're no fun.
I'm plenty of fun. It's just like. But I mean, you've got guys like that. I don't even know what his name is. That idiot who sat in water for a week. Ooh, this is magic. No, it's not. You sat in a tub for a week. What the hell do you want? A cookie?
I'm not talking about today's magicians.
I know you're not, but they're building on what he started. He was an escape artist. He was absolutely brilliant at what he did. Just because I don't care for it, don't get me wrong. I understand what he did and can see it for what it was. But these guys are building on it, going, "Well, this is what Houdini would have done now." No, no, Houdini wouldn't have sat in basically a giant bathtub for a month. Or what? I can't think of his name. What is that guy's name? He buried himself for like a day.
David Copperfield?
No,
I don't
no.
know.
See, I like David Copperfield. He's a magician that I still enjoy watching. I remember watching the special when I was younger, where he actually made the Statue of Liberty disappear. I thought that was pretty damned cool, but
And it's all
again,
smoke and mirrors.
again, that's just me. Um, anyway, why don't you go ahead with your next story?
Oh, my next story is an appalling story. Um, Another Night of the Living Dead remake on tap. I say, fuck you, whoever is deciding to do this. We've already had a remake of this movie. We don't need another one. It doesn't have the same effect as it did in the early 60s. The whole thing,
No,
the whole thing had to do, not just with zombies, but with position, ethnic position, a little bit.
right,
No, it was the first time ever a black guy was the hero. A black guy was slapping around a white woman, and he wasn't a pimp.
right. Well, he wasn't doing it just to be slapping her around, though. Let's
No,
be
he
clear on
slapped
that.
her around because she was hysterical.
Yeah,
But anyway, back then, a black man hitting a white woman was a big no-no. I mean, today it's like making the Evil Dead remake. You're just gonna switch everything around, fuck it up, and turn it into a non-stop gore fest.
oh yeah, that's exactly what they plan on doing. Everybody went, "Oh, look how well World War Z did." That's what this next movie is going to look like. It's going to look like the bloody World War Z movie. You know, the one that paid absolutely no attention to the book.
Well, before you do your next story, remind me. I gotta tell you one more thing after this story.
Go ahead.
Well, this is gonna sound stupid but Peter Capaldi was in World War Z. The new doctor.
Yep. And he was a
He was-
doctor.
He was a doctor of the World Health Organization.
Yes,
He was Doctor Who before he knew it.
exactly. Um, just really quickly, I just want to go over the top five. We're just going to go over the top five this week. Box office. Kind of figured number one was going to be what it was, which is The Butler. Lee Daniels, The Butler. Because it's an important movie. Okay. And then we're the Millers in second place.
That's just because they had Jennifer Aniston on a stripper pole.
Do you see me complaining?
She's got a lot more spunk in her ever since Brad Pitt left her ass. Ooh.
Would you like to rephrase that?
Okay, she's got a little less spunk in her.
Now we start to get to the perplexing ones. Elysium is in third place. Okay. In fourth place, in the second week, I'm surprised it placed in the top 10 to begin with. Planes. And in its opening weekend, opening in fifth, Kick-Ass 2.
Well, to be honest, Kick-Ass 1 didn't do so well at the box office either the first
Did
time.
better than this.
But it made up for it in DVD sales.
No, it made its budget. It made its budget back in movie theaters, but it was kind of an uphill battle. I don't want it to be an uphill battle for this one too. We've already got one of my favorite movies of the summer already completely in the damn toilet. looks like another one of my favorite movies of the summer is going to be in the toilet because its budget is 28 million. It didn't even make 14 million in its opening weekend. That's kind of a blow, you know.
Mm.
But
So, well, to be honest, half that cost to make it was for Jim Carrey's salary.
probably for his extended cameo. But
Yeah.
now, hopefully, like I said, it's like it's something like the Butler and We Are the Millers, which are both very popular movies. Elysium kind of has been kind of doing kind of okay, not great. Um, it should make its budget back, but not necessarily just in the domestic. It's going to take a worldwide. Kick Ass will easily make its budget back with the worldwide numbers, but at the end of the day, what can you do? You know. Have you got any more stories? Or you want to kind of just jump into our discussions of the
A
week?
couple of small ones. First one being they've had a cast update for Expendables 3,
Okay.
which is they've added Antonio Banderas and Mel Gibson. And from the pictures you and I have both seen of Mel Gibson, Gibson jacked up quite a bit.
Yeah, he did.
Movie. Uh, he is sporting
The
some
boy's
guns
the boy's been hitting the steroids.
rather than his wife.
Or cops named Sugar Tits.
Um, but
No,
yeah,
Mel, we will never forget that.
Ever since they kicked out Bruce Willis,
Bruce Willis.
they're adding to the gene pool that is Expendables.
Well, that's because they got $5 million to play with now,
And
or excuse me, $3 million.
I'm sorry.
As I take that back, the $3 million they originally offered him.
Yeah, they offered him like $3 million for what 4 or 5 days work, but he wanted $1 million a day.
Oh yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Just ask Ralph Gardman; he'll tell you about him being greedy and lazy.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Or
Um,
or ask poor Kevin Smith.
Here's one small story, but you know, um, Hulk Hogan would like Chris Hemsworth to play him in a Hulk movie, in a Hulk Hogan movie. No, he'd have to shave the top of his head. He'd have to have a reverse mohawk type thing. Oh my God! And just imagine what happens if they get to Thunder in Paradise.
Actually,
Chris Hemsworth
I
redoing.
I actually liked that show.
Yeah, I did too.
Could
No,
not.
Chris Hemsworth redoing Suburban Commando. I was frozen today. Oh, we got to get Christopher Lloyd back for that though.
Yeah, just a quick cameo.
Just to say I was frozen today.
Yeah, exactly.
Either that or Mr. Nanny. Thor in a tutu.
Oh, no, 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 no,
See.
no, 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 no. And in case I didn't mention it, no,
How about we say it in Spanish? No.
no.
9. Niet. Nah. No way.
Exactly. All right, and
I
that
think
about
I'm pretty much done. I'm
Yeah.
spent.
It's been kind of a slow news week this week. So
Yeah, we didn't want to report on nothing but deaths.
yeah, sadly, it's kind of what it comes down to.
Especially since one of the members of the Blue Oyster Cult, died.
What?
Oh no, there was another. I forget which member. One of the original members who was with him for both. When they broke up and got back together.
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah, no, this is the first I've heard of this.
I just heard about it
Like, when did you just hear about it?
recently. I actually heard
Oh,
about it on Hollywood Bad.
5 days ago. Co-founder Alan Lanier. Oh, that sucks. Well, depending on which one you look at, he was either 67 or 66.
Maybe he
But
died on his birthday, so it doesn't matter.
either way, that's horrible. That's that. God damn it. Lots of people I like dying. I don't know what's going on here. But
Life.
don't talk to me about life. Anyway, what the meat of our show is going to be this time. We're just gonna.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wrong.
God.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have a Zoom.
You don't have a what?
We don't have a Zoom for the camera.
Oh,
Nor
for a
do
second
we.
there,
Nor do we
yeah.
have access to the Hubble telescope to find it.
Continue.
Say what we're planning on doing is we're gonna go over our own personal list, I guess, of what some of our favorite live action slash CG movies that have come from cartoons and anime, and just reminisce over, the originals, and then not necessarily saying what if one is better than the other, but just some comparison fun, just having a little bit of fun tonight, just kind of having a debate on some of this stuff. So we're not really taking anything off any particular lists, just kind of I guess you could say we're just freeballing it.
Okay.
So where would you like to start?
Okay. One of my favorite animes
Into
that
live action, yeah.
that got turned into a live action was the Guyver Bio Booster Armor.
Yes.
The anime was phenomenal. You've got a boy named Sho who accidentally finds this device, falls on it, head first, ironically, and the thing
It
turns
just
into...
impales itself into his forehead, mind you.
Yes, it does. It basically turns him into a biomechanical armor
Yes.
all around him that enhanced strength, speed, weapons, and he gets tossed into this war that he never knew about with these monsters run by an evil corporation. Just another analogy.
Which has one of the actors from the original Last House on the
I'm
Left.
actually talking about the anime right now.
Oh, my apologies. I thought we were on the live action. But please.
He gets tossed into this, war that's been going on around him with an evil corporation of monsters called zoonoids. He also finds out throughout the series that there are other devices, Guyver devices. Yeah, I think there were at least two other ones there was a broken one and the one that was for Guyver 3.
Yes.
And the animation was good.
Oh, yeah.
The story was good. The best friend was a pain in the ass because he only had one line. Show! I'm not joking about that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he ever said was he was called his friend's name. That's it.
And my favorite thing is there was a couple times where, just to save on animation, they would reuse the same shot of him screaming, "Shoo!" and just have speed lines behind him.
Yeah.
He's standing still. What's up with the speed lines?
And it had one of the most brutal, sad moments in that show when his father gets kidnapped and is turned into one of the zoonoids and he's forced to kill his own father.
Oh, yeah.
But the movie was far from it. Far from this anime.
You know what, though?
It wasn't bad.
Both movies are awesome.
Yes, I preferred the second one a little bit more because it had an R rating.
Well, actually, they both had R ratings.
No, the first one was
I the
PG-13.
well, what happened was it initially had an R rating and was edited slightly to get a PG-13.
The second one was full R because of the gore and stuff.
But I mean, come on, you had J.J. Walker as a Zonoid in the first one, and Mark Hamill at the end as a half man, half
Half cricket.
cricket. Like I said, the first one, the second one rather, was definitely closer to the anime,
But the first
but the
one,
first one was just awesome on its own account.
the story took a lot from the original anime,
Exactly.
right down to his dying and coming back to life, where the Guyver regrew him.
Oh yeah. I mean, and like I started to say, you actually had one of the actors from the original Last House on the Left. You had J.J. Walker, and just they were.
Actually, that guy was from The Hills Have Eyes, I think.
Yeah, what did I say? Last House on the Left. I
Yes.
apologize. You're right. It's The Hills Have Eyes. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, just both of them. And the thing is you look at the suits. There are a couple of suits that are taken directly from the anime. They look
Yeah.
like the Zonoids. And here's something a lot of people don't realize: the guy who did all of the suits, including the Guyver armor and almost all of the Zonoids, was at the time working on the Power Ranger suits. Is the same guy, the same company that was doing the Power Rangers. And I don't mean just taking the Japanese stuff, because some of the suits had to be rebuilt for the American production. Same company. Which shows what you can do on no budget when you really put your effort into it.
Now the second one was a little more violent.
A
I mean,
little.
right from the get-go, you've got the Guyver slitting a drug dealer's throat
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Well, I mean, they do a straight up anime moment in it where you've got the Zonoid and the Guyver jump at each other, and he pops his elbow sword or whatever that's called, and
Yeah.
slices through the Zonoid as the Zonoid slices him, and they both come to a stop. They land, and you just see the Zonoid just fall over behind the Guyver. They both just stand there
And
for a
splits
second.
in half.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, you saw a lot of that in like the early kung fu movies, but we know that more from anime. Well, I should say Dave probably knows it more from anime. I've watched a lot of those old school kung fu chopsaki flicks as well.
Fighting.
But I'm going to move on to what is probably one of the most detested live action movies ever made from an anime. Starts with the word dragon. I'm sure you can figure the rest out from there.
Well, the movie ended in balls.
It just took a lot of balls to actually release that piece of crap. Yes, we're talking about Dragon Ball Evolution,
For some
which
reason,
is
they all ended up in
supposedly based off of Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball GT, based off of Dragon Ball, which is a loose adaptation of Into the West. All I have to say about this movie is no! It was just a horrible...
That movie only had one thing right, and that was Chow Yun Fat as Master Roshi.
Yeah, and you could kind of tell that even he didn't want to be there. He's kind of like, fuck, I need the paycheck. Fine. Fine, I'll do
He's
it.
the only person that played his part right.
Yeah. Bulma as a badass Tomb Raider type chick. No. Yamcha not getting killed. No.
Krillin not getting. Oh wait, Krillin wasn't in
I
there.
was about to say. Krillin not showing up. No. Piccolo. Just all kinds of no.
Yeah, Goku transforms into a werewolf.
Yeah, Goku is suddenly no longer Asian. What you couldn't find an
Well,
Asian to play an Asian
technically, in the
part?
show, he's in the anime. He's not
Yes,
Asian.
but
You
he
don't
comes
know that he's
across as
alien.
yes, but he comes across as Asian.
Why? Because he's hungry all the time.
Yes. No, but seriously, they've all mentioned that even after he was alien that he looks like he could be an Asian of Asian descent. So find a freaking Asian and glue a tail on his ass. Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't even have the tail. So why was he changing? Oh, because Piccolo had a magic spell. And Winston from the Ghostbusters was a monk. Fuck this movie. Fuck it right up its ass. If you want to see a Dragon Ball live action adaptation, it's still bad. But at least it somewhat resembles Dragon Ball. Go look up Dragon Ball The Magic Begins. It's bad. But at
Well,
least it's one of those, it's so bad it's good. It is
there,
hysterical.
there's also one up on YouTube, which is a fan made one, which was actually it's this like their
Based off
trailer,
of
the
Dragon Ball
Saiyan
Z.
Saga. It was done extremely well.
It was.
Makeup, fighting, everything was done. Special effects was even really decent.
Oh yeah.
They took their time with it.
Yes, it is. And they're making episodes out of this. So, I believe it's they're calling it Dragon Ball Absolution.
I'm not sure. See, we are a wealth of non-information tonight.
Yes, we are. Thankfully, we have this thing called the internet. You can look it up very quickly. Live action fan film. There we go. No, it's just called the Dragon Ball Z the Saiyan Saga. So, but yeah, go to YouTube and look that up. If you have not seen Dragon Ball Z Evolution and you're curious, stop being curious. This isn't even a so bad it's good movie. Just avoid it. Pretend that if you touch it, you will die of the plague. Just don't. If somebody says, "Hey, I can let you borrow it. You don't have to spend any money on it," ask them how much they're willing to pay you to watch the movie. Because you
really
should
hate
be
that?
paid for your time. I saw it for free, and I want triple my money back. So your next either loved or
Well,
hated.
this one
or,
isn't, currently out there, but it's actually we've seen the trailer recently. A live-action Gatchaman movie. That's
yes. Sorry.
continue. You
Oh.
seem like you're having a slight nerdgasm.
There was nothing slight about it.
Over the floor.
Oh, we'll clean this up. I'll be back. No. I grew up with G-Force and Battle of the Planets, and later on was able to watch Gatchaman and actually see the ending of this series that was never shown over here as those other
G-Force?
too short.
You mean that movie
Shut
with
up.
the guinea pigs?
Shut up. Shut up. I first heard about G-Force, and I'm like, oh my god, Disney got the rights to G-Force, and then I saw those fucking gerbils. I wanted to go and burn Disneyland to the ground.
Don't say that on, camera.
I wanted to go burn Disneyland to the ground. Okay, not Disneyland, just Disney Studios, but still. No, well, I can understand why they never ran the ending. Because at the time, you really didn't want to show main characters being killed. And one of them took 6 episodes to die. Not the best way to come towards the end of your series. Oh, and also you find out that the villain is a hermaphrodite. Again, something young children may not be prepared to understand.
Come
I
on,
can
they had a
forgive that,
hermaphrodite on the Facts of Life.
if you say so. I, if
Forget it.
they
Family Guy joke.
oh, is it? Oh, okay. I haven't been able to keep up with Family Guy the last couple of seasons. So
It's an old Family Guy joke.
is it?
Yes.
I believe you. I just don't remember. Um, but yeah, no. So it's like, but this is the problem: is they would buy these shows completely sight unseen and be like, "It's a cartoon. It's for kids." Oh crap! That woman has a dick. We shouldn't show this to children. You know? Kind of like Voltron. Granted, that is not a live action movie, but bear with me. We're on the editing tangent.
Close enough to
Re-
Voltron. You got Power Rangers.
remember, remember Sven? How he was captured for the entire season, and then he escaped and he went back to Earth? No, no. Sven was dead. His twin brother showed up, and he also died. That's why the princess was flying around the Blue Lion. Not because they were ever trying to figure out how. That's why they never went to rescue Sven. You ever notice? He's been captured. Someday we'll free him. What part of him are you going to free? He's in the ground. Are you just never going to acknowledge this? But anyway, yeah, hopefully this live action movie will happen because I'm still stinging from when they had when Imagine or Imagi was working on the Gotchaman CGI film, which if you go to YouTube, the trailer is still up there. And if you're a fan, again, if you're a fan of these series, go look at it. They were actually going to do this show some justice, and sadly they folded up, and the film project just completely went away, just dissolved. Will never happen. So I'm dying for that movie. But I apologize. I took over your recommendation and just ran with it. I'm sorry.
That was actually what I was going for because I didn't get to watch much as a kid.
Oh, I loved it.
I set you up for that, man.
Um, if and you know what, in the '90s they actually did a three. If you ever want like a condensed version of it, they did a 3 episode OVA, which is original video animation. I think they're 45 minutes long, and you can get the gist of the entire series in that 3 episodes. And it's a really good reimagining of it. So if you take a sprinkle of the original, a sprinkle of that OVA, and put that into the live action, are the suits going to look corny in live action? Yes, there's absolutely no doubt that 5 teenagers running around dressed as different birds is going to look corny. You kind of got to look past that. But it's gonna. I can't wait to see the Phoenix live action. You know what the Phoenix is.
No.
Go take a look at their spaceship. That's the Phoenix.
Okay. Would you like to revoke my geek card right now?
No. This is a '70s anime, so.
Actually, I got another one that, combination comic book anime. They did a live action, but only in TV series form,
Sure.
which really kind of sucked. Which I was glad when they killed a woman off in Kick-Ass 2.
Okay.
Witchblade. I'm waiting for a proper, telling of Witchblade.
Well, there is a rumor going around right now that they're planning on rebooting the television series.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I'm not looking for, the female cop or whatnot. The thing about the anime was that she was just that I liked. She was just a single mother. That's all she was.
Yeah.
It was almost like Guyver, only the weapon was, ancient and mystical instead of a piece of technology. And it changed her personality. I don't know if you've ever seen the anime version.
No, and to be honest with you, I haven't seen a whole lot of the original series either. I did start watching it, and I liked what I saw.
I started, but it got boring real quick for me.
Yeah, That was
because all you ever saw her was in full on armor. And I'm not saying this because I expect her to see in the scantily clad witchblade that you see in the comics. No, but if you have her walking down the street in a full suit of medieval armor, and any other time all she has is the thing on her arm, that's kind of lame.
yeah, yeah,
It's like they put no effort in it.
yeah. The next one that I want to talk about is one that you've heard me talk about quite a few times. I think I've even mentioned on the show once or twice. I grew up on the original series Star Blazers, and I've been watching all of the. I've watched all of the original anime and all of the movies that come out. I'm currently watching the new one, Space Battleship 2199, the live action film Space Battleship Yamato, which, as often as they keep pulling it down, it manages to keep resurfacing up on YouTube. So this is a movie that has not been released over here. You can buy it. You can have it sent. It does come with as a feature on it. It does have full English subtitles on it. So whenever they put it up on YouTube, they make sure that they put it up with the full English subtitles. Um, One of the cool things is they actually got Steven Tyler to come in and do a song specifically for the film. Not Aerosmith, just Steve Tyler on his own. Um, this movie, effects wise, matches anything we've done in in America for live action science fiction. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And what they've done is they have condensed season one, and I believe it's Farewell Battleship Yamato, which is basically movie two before they made changes for the second season. Any fan who's listening to this knows exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to give anything away. If you're curious about the anime and want something short that you can just kind of get the feel of it, there have been changes from the series and the basically all of the anime. They're fairly minor. Yuki Mori, she's usually kind of the morale. She's kind of the heart of the ship. She's a little more. She's a lot more badass in this movie. The drunk doctor who walks around with his cat is normally a guy. In this case, it's a woman. It makes absolutely no difference to the character because you still see her walking around with the sake bottle with her kitty cat. So, the only thing that bothered me is Analyzer, or IQ9, as he was known in the American version. You only get to see him once in the entire movie, but you hear his voice all the time. And the cool thing is in the live action movie, they actually got the original voice actor to come in and do the voice of Analyzer again. And he is currently doing it in the new anime. So he is the. It's kind of like Anthony Daniels with C-3PO. At this point, C-3PO wouldn't sound right if it was somebody else doing the voice. Correct? Right?
Yeah, he's the whiny bitch we've come to know and love.
Exactly. Even if you don't speak Japanese, once you've heard the voice of Analyzer, they had one episode where one other actor did it, and it was close. I don't speak Japanese in any way, shape, or form, and I noticed the difference, and it just wasn't the same. So I'm glad that the actor came in. And when Analyzer does pop up on screen, holy crap, they gave him a kick-ass scene. They really did. But yeah, like I said, it's you can buy this. It's available on DVD, Blu-ray from Japan, or you can go to YouTube. I'm sure there's other ways of finding it, BitTorrent, and yeah, just you've seen the trailer for it. I believe I've shown you the trailer. Just from that, would you think you would suggest people
I
watch
don't.
it, or
I don't think I've seen the trailer.
I'll send you a link after from YouTube for just the trailer. Or well, actually, I'll send you one of the music videos so you get an idea of what it looks like.
So
Because I
what?
just realized the trailer doesn't have any subtitles, so you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
So what animes would you like to see as live action movies?
Well, I'd like somebody who knows what they're doing to possibly take another crack at Dragon Ball. I really would. I would like to see a good Dragon Ball movie. Um, there's another one that's coming out, I believe, later this year. That again, I can't wait for. It's called Space Captain or Space Pirate Captain Harlock. Which again, you've heard of Captain Harlock.
I've heard of it. That's all.
Okay. There's a couple of short OVAs that you can find very easily. I think there's even a series up on YouTube that is free, and it's the company themselves that put it up on there that you can watch it. Or if you're interested enough to really want to check it out, go to Crunchyroll, and it's free. You've got a couple of commercials you got to deal with during the episode. I'd rather deal with 3 or 4 commercials spread out during an episode than 4 or 5 commercials per break. It's in the original Japanese, but that's okay. Again, you've got subtitles. Again, Crunchyroll, completely legal. And they've got a lot of awesome stuff on there. I've seen the trailer for the CGI version, and it will be, as far as we know right now, it will be getting a U.S. release date. And I might be the only person in the movie theater going to see it. I don't give a damn. I'm going to see that movie in the theaters.
Oh, excuse me.
Certainly. Um, what about any American shows that you've seen turned into live action movies that you like or
American
dislike?
shows or anime? Because I got a couple of animes that would.
Well, like I said, I want to do cartoons and anime. So
Oh, cartoons. American. I'd like to see a Samurai Jack.
okay, all right. I've seen a couple episodes of that.
Samurai Jack.
I would like to see a Transformers movie. We keep getting these crappy GoBot films. And for some reason, they refuse to call him Leader 1 and Psykill. I don't know why. But
Please just lay off a little bit. Chill. Chill.
no.
Steer the ship into
Because
Riddler.
all I see is Mark Wahlberg sitting on top of freaking Optimus Prime's head while he's riding a fucking Dinobot. No.
First of all, Mark Wahlberg's flying an alien ship in the movie, from what I hear.
Even fucking worse, because that makes even less sense. I would like to see another good, but Michael Bay is working on it, so it's not happening, but another good TMNT film.
The last the last one that like really sucked bad was the third one. Turtles in Time. Or
You know what? I don't know why. I kind of like that movie.
oh
It's
god, that
not.
movie.
It's not good. Don't get me wrong. I acknowledge the fact that it is not that good of a movie, but there's a charm to it that I actually like.
What's worse is the TV show,
Which one?
the live action TV show.
We will never speak of that again.
Oh come on, it had girl turtles or girl turtle.
She has been completely disavowed. Venus de Milo never happened.
All right.
No,
Well,
no, no,
what
no.
about
She's been disavowed by everybody who worked on that series and both the creators. She never happened. She was a complete mistake. It does not
she was
exist.
a figment of Wrath's,
Yes.
genitalia.
She was a figment of the Power Rangers' imagination.
Uh,
Because, yeah, they had that awful fucking crossover with Power Rangers in space.
Actually, it was. They had another one. It was a They, I think they got them with the Power Rangers Ninja Storm too.
No, no,
Yes.
just the Turtles never showed up in Ninja Storm. The Turtles were only around for one season, and Space happened to be the one that was on at the time. So that's the one they crossed over.
Uh, any? Let's see what else. What do you think about a Thundercats movie if it was done right?
If it was done right, I think it would make for an excellent film. It would depend on the casting, though.
Because I hear they already got Masters of the Universe in the works.
Is it bad that I kind of like that original movie?
I like it too, especially with all those flourishes that Skeletor gets by. Every time he turns,
The
he doesn't turn
Masters
his
of
head,
Kentucky
he
Fried
turns his
Chicken.
body.
But I mean, come on. Frank Langella as Skeletor was just awesome. I don't care how bad that movie was. He was spectacular as Skeletor. You've got to
Oh,
admit that.
what about Gwildor invading Earth just to get chicken?
Yeah, that like I said, the Masters of Kentucky Fried Chicken. No, they're
Uh,
riding around in a pink Cadillac.
yeah, there were no gay overtones in that movie.
No, not at
No,
all.
none whatsoever.
Just
Especially,
uh,
having He-Man stripped down to almost completely nothing towards the end of the movie.
yeah,
He's wearing nothing but a pair of shorts.
yeah. His,
Underwear, basically.
his merkin. That's all he had on.
But
Um,
no gay, nothing gay. No.
but then again, you know what? Considering that they didn't have an ending to their film, I give them all the credit in the world. I don't know if you know how you've seen that movie. That
I
fight
saw
where
it recently. I rented it.
okay, well that fight where it's in complete darkness and all you've got is the two of them just having that sword fight. At that point, Mattel and I forgot that the company that put it out. I want to say it was Universal
Yeah.
or was it maybe Warner
Sure.
Brothers? It was one of them. Um, they came out and said this production is shut down. You're over budget. You're done. They were not supposed to finish that movie. The director, three cameramen, Dolph Lundgren, and Frank Langella, and one makeup artist, snuck back into the set that night. Got the Skeletor makeup on, got them both in costume, and filmed that fight sequence in one night with no choreography.
So that's why it was so dark.
But if you think about it, that is actually much more effective than what they probably had originally planned, which was probably going to be almost like an Errol Flynn type thing where He-Man would have been doing the flips and they would have been doing this, that, and the other thing. This is a much more intimate looking fight.
Like Johnny Rico and Starship Troopers.
A little bit, a little bit.
God, I love that riff tracks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Johnny Rico only has one move: foot stick 3-hole.
There you go. There's a reverse. One reverse, real quick. You had the live action movie, or the three live action movies, turned into a CGI television series, and then back into a CGI movie.
I
What do you think
like
of
that
those?
series. I like the animated series for Starship Troopers because they brought back characters like Xander as a bad guy.
Oh yeah.
You know, they
I don't know how they brought Xander back, considering his brain had been completely sucked out.
they had brought in another alien species that
Which those
assisted
characters
them
are from the book.
to help them with the fight, but it didn't have the same. It was too serious. The reason I liked the original movie was because it didn't, not that it made fun of itself, but it was giant recruiting thing for something that wasn't happening.
Oh yeah, well it's kind of like RoboCop in that respect,
Yeah,
where you had the whole social commentary thing going on at the
I'd
time.
buy that for $1.
Yeah. Um, I just happen to have a list up on my screen. I want to see this. I want to find out about this movie just because of the title. You ready?
Okay.
This is its exact translation. Watching fucking TV all time makes a fool.
Wait, what? What?
Watching fucking TV all time makes a fool. It's Japanese. Evidently, this is a manga turned into a live action movie. No
Okay.
idea what it's about. I'm just kind of curious as to what the hell it would be. But here's one that we've watched Ranma one half before, correct?
What?
Ranma one half. You've seen that with me before,
Ramna.
and we love Ranma.
I finally like it that they're breaking that wall of sexuality now with
Yeah.
characters. Like the new superhero Shiwao, I think,
Wow.
on the hub, which parents are getting so pissed off at. A boy turning into a girl to fight crime? So,
Yes,
that's the comedy of it.
exactly. That's the gag. Um, well, it turns out that we have not received it. I really need to go and find this, but there is a live action movie of Ranma one half. I must own this. I have to find this. And
Does his dad turn into a panda?
he turns into the girl. His dad turns into the panda. Shampoo turns into the cat. The whole 9 yards. Moose turns into the goose. That's not
Tell
a
you
joke
though,
either. There's a character named Moose and he changes into a duck or a goose.
tell you, if I was Ramna, I'd never leave the house.
If you were Ranma, you'd find out a way to get both at the same time.
Wait, what?
Think about it. He changes from a male to a female. You would turn yourself into a damn hermaphrodite. That way, if somebody ever told you to go fuck yourself, you'd say, "Well, I can. I'll be back in a while."
That's just mean.
Yes. Anyway, um, here's another one that I'm looking forward to. Whether we get it over here or whether I'll be waiting for YouTube or somebody to be kind enough to send it to me. There is an anime called Pat Labor. I have seen pictures of the giant 100-foot robot that they have actually built for the production of this film. You know, the one that Michael Bay keeps saying could never actually happen. That that nobody would have the money to build a 100-foot robot prop.
Are you kidding me? I've seen. Okay, first of all, Michael Bay has been full of shit for you. I saw
Oh,
not long after the first movie came out, somebody built out of spare parts from a junkyard an exact replica of Optimus.
yeah, and you know what? It was the real Optimus, not his version of
Actually, it was
Optimus.
the same thing. The
Oh,
same
oh,
one.
then two people did it, which makes him look even worse.
I mean,
But
there's
people
no
were.
excuse. I'm
I mean, some of the changes that he made, I can understand, like Bumblebee becoming the Camaro, because Volkswagen would not give them permission to use the bug for Bumblebee's transformation. Okay, and you know some updates were necessary. I don't mind that. You turned Megatron into a ship instead of the gun. That's fine. I can deal with that. Um, why why couldn't Ratchet actually be the straight up ambulance?
He was an ambulance.
No, he was some kind of a rescue truck. He wasn't actually an ambulance.
No, so that's not much. That's not much of a change.
Um, Well, no, I understand it's nitpicking, but it starts with the small stuff and just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. He keeps saying there will be no size changing in these movies at all, except for the characters and devices that keep shape changing. Those don't no those are different. How are they different? Because I say so. You're an idiot, Bay. So, in other words, the Allspark should not have been able to become small enough for Shia LaBeouf's character to carry the thing.
Now,
Because
I
that's
watched the movie the other day, the first one.
I did too with the riff tracks because it's the only way I can
One
make it
big
through.
plot hole of that entire movie. Okay,
One?
Bumblebee. No, well,
You mean
this
one
one was a
of
big
the
one for me.
massive plot holes in the movie?
This is a big one for me. Okay, when you first see the Allspark, you see that little miniature head of a Decepticon. He's just nothing but a head crawling around.
Oh, you mean after Shia LaBeouf kicked it?
And it heals itself by touching the cube or using the energy from the cube. Bumblebee gets his legs blown off, and the cube is right there. And nobody thinks to use it.
Well,
Even Bumblebee.
let's put it this way. He also had his voice repaired at the end of the first movie.
And it was gone by the second.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cute that he talks at the radio. He can talk normally. Yeah, but he's so cute. So evidently, he's retarded, is what you're saying. He is actually mentally challenged. Good work, retard. No offense to any actual mental handicap people out there. I'm talking specifically about Michael Bay. Anyway, let's go off the Transformer subject. Another one that I'm hoping will get turned into live action. Robotech. Or as our friends in Japan know it, Macross. As much as I want a continuation of the original series, I just watched Live, Love, and Alive. Basically, that's a few episodes of the TV series edited together to make a movie with about a minute and a half of new animation. I was not happy with that. That actually really pissed me off. Because like, yeah, it's a new movie. No, it's really not. It's just the third act of the series from Lancer's point of view. Not cool. But I would love to see more of the Shadow Chronicles, where they're actually continuing the bloody story. If we don't get that, we'll get some bad sound effects from Dave's end of the conversation. Sounded like some creepy Harry Potter music thing.
No, I'm getting ready to. After the show, I was setting up my computer to watch my, shows that I don't have the stations for.
Okay. But so I take it you've run out of ideas for shows that you'd like to see.
I'm honest with you. I never watched a lot of anime, and as far as cartoons that are out there, there's not much that has substance-wise that is worth being put on the big screen as a live-action movie.
Well, like I said, I'm just gonna quickly send you when we're done. I'm just gonna send you a couple of links that you can look at. I'll send them through the messenger on Skype, and you can just give me an idea of what you think. But in the meantime, I think we've pretty much
Vented
and talked about some of the shows that we like. There's a lot of them out there, but just basically the ones that are off the top of our heads that we'd like to see. If you have any ideas, let us know. Dave, would you like to tell them where they can reach us at?
Well, if you're listening, you're probably checking us out at Wobbly Pod channel on YouTube. We're at Facebook at Wobbly Pod. We got two email addresses, wobblypod@yahoo.com and at gmail.com. We've also got a Twitter, if anybody cares about that, because nobody really has gone to that.
No, nobody at all. I don't think we even use it anymore.
Um, that's pretty much the gist of it. Leave a note. You know,
Yell at
be a
us.
stalker. I don't care. I haven't had a good stalker in a while.
Shut up.
You know,
Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to say goodnight on behalf of Dave. Say goodnight, Dave.
good night, Dave.
And we will see you next time on Wibbly Wobbly Geeky Weekly. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.